Hi and welcome. This is the Mike Ain't Mute podcast. And guess what? Who's back? Omboinjao is back with us. Atatuambia kwenye alikuwa for the last 2 weeks, you know.
It's been 2 weeks?
Yes.
No way.
It's been 2 weeks.
Jamani.
2 good weeks.
Niliona umeshikilia mic.
Kabisa.
How was it? How was the experience?
The experience was awesome. Though, okay, it wasn't quite right because you were missing. But at the same time, ilikuwa sawa. Yeah, everything was cool.
Yeah.
I got to read people's opinions on the hardest lessons they've learned when it comes to love. Yeah.
I saw the love is not enough. And people,
actually,
matukio.
Love is not enough ilisemwa na watu kadhaa. I think 2 to 3 people.
I think I feel like sometimes saizi dating is so hard.
It
you know,
is.
ukiangalia when you look at people's ninio, I think it's hard. Yeah?
Well, ni hard because most people, hiyo ni kitu hawaja decide like they want to date. Wako tu na watu waku fill in the gap.
Just people to make them feel nice.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least I'm back. I had some family issues, 1 2. But the mic didn't go mute, now I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, guys, many miss. Yeah. You missed me?
Well, I did.
Tell them about Ecomed tusikose kazi bwana.
Well, we are proudly sponsored by Ecomed Diagnostic Supply Limited. They are located in town along Du Bois Road, Unique Arcade, 2nd floor, room 11. They deal with laboratory equipment, surgical supplies, and everything to do with laboratory and surgical home care products. Wako na BP machines, kuna BP machines, pulse oximeters, glucometers, watu wa diabetes, watu wa BP.
Yeah, so, and you can talk to them through WhatsApp. Ama wapigie kwa 0780259543, 0722259543, ama 0722812329. Na utaongea na mtu anaitwa Anna. Acha nikurudia ama but tutaweka tu hiyo namba hapo hivyo chini. 0780259543, 0722259543, 0722812329. Unaongea na Anna, and it's X-Line Ventures Limited.
Ecomed.
Yes, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. So now, someone from Ecomed wanted to know, is his money our money?
Is his money our money? Yes, of course, his money is our money. What do you mean? Yes.
Why and you are working?
The Bible says a man is created to provide. A woman is just there to make it kumotivate and to make sure that inaitwaje tuna add hiyo pesa. So but his money is our money. Yes.
Let me give you a scenario. Nyinyi wote wawili mko well up.
Yes.
You are doing well, you have good jobs, you are CEOs.
Amen to that.
Bado unataka pesa yake?
Yeah. Do you know a woman feels good when a man provides for her? Hata kama niko na pesa yangu, I just want you to make sure that yo babe nimekutumia 15 ama nimekutumia 15k, just go, you know, do your things, go make your hair, make
you're
nice.
Forgetting one major point without having to ask for it.
Yeah, you don't have. Yeah. You know how good it is when a man gives you money without asking for it. Like it is inakuanga tu therapy fulani wewe. Imagine unamka tu asubuhi unaambiwa yo
hadi una smile peke yako ukikumbuka jamaa amenitumia 20k hata sifanye.
I didn't ask for it, but you gave it to me. But there's something that people ask about 50-50 thing. Personally, me as Wamboinjao, I will do an 80-20, I will do a 70-30, I will do a 50-50. Depends with my man. But depends with mahali tumefikishana. You know, if we are starting, not tumeanza kujuana, I don't think there is any business between me and you and my money. But you see, when you're married and when we are dating, you are treating me well. when we were dating, you used to do, you know, the things a man is supposed to do for his woman. I wouldn't mind going for an 80-20, you know, umelipa rent, menini, I will
tafanya shopping.
Exactly. I wouldn't mind going for an 80-20, 70-30, I will go for that. But
what about a 50-50 in marriage?
50-50 in marriage? Well, it depends. It depends with, unajua, kuna mkioana, probably he was working, then shit happened and, you know, things happened. And the money he's making is not enough to cater for everything. I wouldn't mind going I wouldn't mind going for a 50-50. I wouldn't mind.
Also, you're stepping up since he's not well up at the moment. He doesn't have a job.
But at this 50-50, he's showing some effort. No. Like hujafutwa kazi umekaa tu unashinda hapo hivyo ukilia shida. Unajua nilifutwa. No. When you're showing me effort, I will go for a 50-50. But for some time, not every time. No.
You know what I'm getting from this knee? You're not taking the responsibility fully. You're just helping
I'm
him.
just helping until he stands
up in his feet again.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and are you heavy on, what about in a relationship? Let's say you're dating someone.
Dating someone? What are we going 50-50 for?
Would you be like, surprise na gifts?
Of course. You see, whenever you decide to have someone, I feel like you're doing favors for them. You're not doing any favor for that someone.
So you would surprise a man with a very nice, very expensive gift.
You see, kama nita afford Audi Q6, mtu yangu anapata Audi. I'm not doing him a favor. We are here.
Na kikuacha mtu yangu.
It's okay.
You won't pick your Audi, utaendea Audi yako.
No, for what? As in that period, you made me happy. In that period, I gave you that thing because I felt like you deserved it. When we were together in that nini. When we decide to leave, just go with your life.
This is a new you. Sikujui hivi.
You know me? Hey. I've grown. Let me say I've grown. I'm growing in love. I don't know you.
By the way, sikujui hivi.
I won't mind. If my person wants, if I would afford an Audi and we are dating, I wouldn't mind giving him that Audi. As in, we together, you're making me happy, you're my partner. When we leave, okay, I gave you that thing because I felt like you deserved it. I gave you because I appreciated that you loved me.
I'm loving this. That's awesome, really.
This is a new me, yo.
That's awesome, honestly.
Mtu mwenye akona mimi sahi anaenjoy. Ni venye tu sina pesa.
Wow. Well, Sisi single, I've got nothing to say. I've got nothing to say about that.
Unajua, I feel like we have grown in we are in a generation where women nitaitaje ni kama tunachochana, like usifanye hivi, but you know there's
it's
that
a lot anyway.
You know when you have someone, and when I have someone, the way he makes you happy is not the way he makes me happy. You know, your person's
Mindo na wa show.
Your person's happiness is different from mine.
Yeah.
And how a man treats you, especially when a man treats you, hapo ndo a woman wants, hapo ndo mtu a woman anaizanga kusubmit. You see, you can submit to a man who is
just
violent. Hata unaenda
kumpia Audi even care.
Kupia Audi na ulinichapa kofi.
Yeah. Ako wanaitwa aje?
Narcissist.
No. Hawa wenyewe wako emotionally unavailable.
Nonchalance.
Yeah.
But tulisema there's no nonchalance.
Ni watu mbaya. Huna adabu.
But
nashindwa kucommunicate.
What are the red flags probably you ignored kwa relationship?
Hiyo nini? Emotional unavailability. You see, mtu akikughost, like let's say like tumekuwa tukiongea consistently, and then all of a sudden hatujakosana, nothing went wrong, we've been fine, doing okay, and then all of a sudden you go silent for like 2 days without offering any explanation, no phone call, no message, no nothing. And then disappear too. Mi sijui nataka Unataka nijijazie uko wapi? Yes, that's a major red flag. I think tuna ignoringi because huyu msi atarudi akwambia, oh no, you know, I was feeling unwell. I really kwani kutext mtu mwambie aje, hi, sasa niko hosi ama I'm feeling unwell, I won't be able to keep up with this conversation less than a second. Hata at mostly 2 seconds kutuma tu your text. So I think that's a major, it's a major red flag we ignore when in a relationship.
Yeah, when you say, you see, when I feel like people should understand that when you get to mkikuwa kwa, you know, in that thing that we've decided now, me and you are together, let communication be the first thing. Like, yes, you're going through something. Why am I your partner if you can tell me? You can only talk to me when you're happy. Why am I with you, Basi?
So you can't share your problems with me.
Why am I with you, Basi? Because I feel like when it comes to, when you decide to allow someone in your life, you allow your problems, you allow your happiness, you allow everything that comes along with it.
Everything bad, everything good.
When you see unaogopa kuambia mtu, like probably, you don't feel like it's okay telling them 100% of your family problems. But you see, if you're going through something, especially because most of the problems tunapitianga ni familia. If you feel like you
90% of your problems
it's
from family
problems. If you feel like you can't tell someone that, you know, my mom said this and it didn't sit well with me. If you feel like you can't tell him that, please, acha huyo. He's not your person. He's not your person. Ati nikimwambia atanijudge. Kwa nini tuko pamoja basi?
I saw a quote today in the morning on TikTok, ilikuwa inasema, the universe will not allow you to stay
in a place that you're not in.
Yes.
Sure.
So it's going to give you problems, red flags, kila kitu. Itakuonyesha tu. Unaona hadi the minor details that you ignore, itakuwa tu inakuonyesha over and over again. It doesn't matter if it's going to take 10 years, 2 years.
Exactly.
Zitakuwa tu zinajirepeat until you identify, ujue, oh, so this is the problem.
Another red flag is nini mtu make jokes, when they're making jokes, especially when kama unajua kuna venye unaambianga mtu hapa jamani unakaa sijui nini leo umevaa sijui nini, this person will always make you feel inferior. Ukivaa hii ana make tu feel inferior.
I've heard that. There are people who get married alafu wanaambiwa na bwana zao like, usivae hiyo sasa juu ya married now, usikuna vaa tight jeans.
Na ulinipata nikivaa jeans.
Ulinipata nikivaa jeans. Now nataka uvae like a woman. Mimi sijui wife material anafaa kuvaa aje.
Okay. What is even wife material?
Ati unafaa kuvaa very nice skirt yenye iko below the knees. It's not tight. Yeah, I've heard that.
For real?
Yes.
Like but why do people feel like whenever they settle with you that they should come and change you? I feel like sometimes you should allow someone, venye tu ulipata mtu, wacha aendelee hivyo. Because umepata mtu, umenipata vizuri, mimi kama Wamboi, sikuwa probably napenda, nilikuwa naekwa kucha. Wewe unakuja unasema, kwetu ati
ni chafu.
You should have 10
excuse inakuanga hizo kucha ni chafu. Ati sijui kiosha vyombo sijui. What is left? Residuals.
Na si ya Chris Brown.
Anyway,
umepata nilikuwa navaa skirts fupi, umeanza kukuja unaonyesha watu ukinipata nilikuwa sawa na nilikuwa peke yangu, hata nikionyesha mapaja was alone.
What do you think men wakisema huyu mtu ni wife material wanakuanga wakimaanisha nini?
They want someone who they can control. Unaona ule mtu mpole, men want someone they can control. Una ule mtu anaambiwa twende.
I've never understood why mtu atakuja hapa aseme Wamboni wife material bila
huyo
achana na bila
huyo usiguze. But kuna kitu niliona, kuna nini niliona, there's a post mtu alikuwa amepost ati wakiwa campus, there's a girl that was a CU chair lady and so one day akaamua leo nalala quiver. Akaamua leo manze ati and then there were girls that were watu walikuwa wameenda na wao, there are girls that walikuwa nao, so ati wakiwa baya pombe they used to walikuwa wanakuja wanafungulia mademu wengine, but anaambiwa we buka hapa. Ati they used to tell people, in as much as she has decided to drink, msijaribu kumswitch, because for that one you can settle with, in as much as that ame backslide, that one you can settle with, but hawa, that one we know we can't. Yani men know who the people they can settle with, and they know who they will not settle with. Unafikianga wamesema mimi najua nitaoa, naweza oa, sijui nani nitaoa.
I actually saw a story. There's this guy alikuwa amehostiwa on a different YouTube channel. Alikuwa anasema that for a man when they meet a lady wanajuanga huyo ni kuhit and run tu. Huyu tunaweza ongeanga tu kama mabeshte. Huyu anaweza kuwa side chick. Huyu anaweza kuwa wife material. And unaona hizi vitu zenye tunasemanga ati you know my boyfriend, he doesn't do this for me. It's men can give you everything that you want. It's just that you are not the one. That's why he's not doing it.
There's an I saw kuna kijana fulani alikuwa amepost, men spend on women they want and they love, but wewe unashinda ukimwambia babe nitumie pesa ya nywele, you are not the one. And men naturally they are givers. Yani naturally they are givers. There's just a man utapatana probably na rafiki yako atakwambia bila na tu kule lunch. They are givers.
They are. Cause tell me why out of the blues mtu tu atakupigia kwambia nataka kukubaia lunch leo. Hamjaongea na yeye for like 5 months ama lakini
ikifika
out of the blue
kwake anaskata skari ya bai
hakuna. Hata rent hajalipa.
Do you feel like when women we get married we get comfortable?
Some, yeah, not all, but some. I think inakuanga kujijua, inaitangwa aje self
awareness.
Yes, exactly. It depends.
Because you find a woman akiwa wakidate, she used to be that bad girl. Una wale bad girl. Umeona bad girl really yako na mimba. Ya tatu na bado hajawekwa pete.
I want a man like ASAP.
Na ni mimba ya tatu na kuna pete na mimi.
Wewe uko tu hapa unangoja pete.
Mimi nangoja pete.
Na ubebwe na helicopter ukipelekwa venue ya harusi.
Overheating simu nangoja niwekwe pete.
But in another life, would you want to do things the way Rihanna did?
Yes. Rihanna knew what exactly she wanted. Like
she had a plan, a very good plan.
Amekula maisha.
Ametengeneza pesa, amekuwa billionaire. And then I decide now I want to settle down
back to back.
And I love that she's doing it with one man.
But you see,
nice.
You see, for a woman, when you know what exactly you want, maisha haitakutandika sana. Because you see, for her, she decided like now. Watu wamesema Rihanna amefika 30 hajapata mtoto, akatuambia niachieni mimi. But
the best is yet to come. He's a good bad boy.
Mtoto pole pole. Yo.
But they look good though.
I feel Rihanna, she's something, she's something women would want to admire. Hajabeboa watoto. Exactly. She wants to experience.
I actually saw a blog. I don't know if it's true or not. Ilikuwa inasema they don't hire caretakers for their kids.
They don't?
Ati ASAP alisema they didn't wait for all those years to have children and then hire someone to take care of them. They do it themselves.
Mungu kama ASAP.
Kama ASAP. A good bad boy.
Uliona venye wakiwa kwa ile time ASAP time alikuwa kwa na kesi. After he won, who was the first woman he ran to?
Riri.
Lord, if he's not jumping like that, please take him. If he's not jumping like that, but I feel like in as much as people say that I'm growing old and nini, I feel like the right time will come and it will give you the right person.
Exactly. And I also don't like when society inatuambianga like unajua unazeeka, like ukifikisha a certain age
wewe utajiambia. Alafu plus tuache kusema that hata ni baby girl. Jamani, that you're still so young.
You can still get children even at 40 and everything. Anyway, we can go back to the red flags.
But the problem when it comes to getting kids at 40 is especially their social life. It will be traumatizing to them because kila time atakuwa anauliza, ni mamako. Kwani mamako ni mzee hivi?
No, you can still be at 40 and you look young. It all depends with how you take care of yourself.
I feel like in as much as we want to say we take our time, you see when you're young, unawezanga hata kurelate sana with the kids. But now at 40, you like, haka ni nini shida yako jamani?
I have seen women who give birth at 40 and they relate well with their children.
For real?
As a last born, my mom gave birth to me at 30 something.
Yes, she was 30.
But still, ilikuwa like a few years from
and then
40
see,
and we
you
relate
are the last
well.
Born. You see, you the last one. Getting a last
but still
one.
I'm a child. I'm a child still. So no, it has got nothing to do with everything.
Actually, they should tell us how old should someone,
Doctors say it's 25. Daktari wanasemanga from the age of 25 to 34, you know the right age for women to give birth.
I think someone, if you're ready at 34, well and good. If you're ready at 19,
you are at 40 and you can have children, 45
and you can take
still.
care of them.
Yeah.
Very good.
So let us go back to the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, kuna gaslighting.
Mtu anakuonyesha you always the problem. Like kila time anataka
ni wewe. Ni wewe.
Alafu
yani huyo msee amekufanya feel like you are the problem in that relationship.
Afu they always
nothing
make
good
it
about you.
They'll always make it wewe not apologize.
Yeah, you have
time,
to be the first one.
Exactly. Afu kila time ata rotate mpaka uone enyewe ama mimi ndo nilikosea.
Anakupea scenarios zingine hadi unaona enyewe it's me, I'm the problem. Yeah, I'm always the problem.
And then when it comes to like probably when you're apologizing to them, you always probably doing it with the gifts. Utapata most of the time wewe you are the one who is doing the gifting. Kila time because when it rotates around everything wewe it ends up inarudi tu shida zinarudi tu kwako.
I have to apologize with a gift.
Yeah. How do you apologize to people?
I'm sorry.
And it is done.
I mean it. but there's something about sorry that we don't understand. So everyone can say sorry to you.
Yeah, and they don't even mean it.
It's ni kama tu ku kneel down. Unaona ukikosea mtu alafu ati una kneel down ati please forgive me. I can also kneel down. So there's no major thing about saying sorry.
But how do you know someone is genuine about the apology?
You can never know.
I feel like the best apology is
to never repeat that mistake again. Because you see, saying sorry, everyone says sorry.
Yeah.
Kneeling down, everyone can kneel down. Hata Newton hata Eugene, hata
Newton wewe fikiria tu venye unataka.
Everyone can kneel down.
But I feel like best apology should be something that you'll change
exactly.
Like from then in here.
To never ever do that mistake ever again. Hiyo inaonyeshanga he was sorry about it.
And then again,
he was sorry about it.
And then again, when it comes to apology, I feel like you should give the other person time to, rotate around it.
Yes.
Because utaniambia pole leo and you expect that tomorrow I'll be jumping.
I think inakujanga for like, unaona ukikosea mtu in a relationship mostly. Watu hudhani ati ukiambia mtu pole inafaa iishie hapo.
Give someone time to rotate around it.
Give someone time. I feel whatever they are supposed to feel. Mi mtu anipe tu time. Nisikie vibaya hadi I can't feel bad no more. Nisikie vibaya hadi hiyo kitu initoke iishe iende kwenye inaendanga. Alafu nikae chini sasa. I accept that apology wholeheartedly.
But do you feel when you come in to apologize, the things someone will say that will never haitai kutoka? How do you deal with words, especially words that acha niziite words za gutulika?
Because one thing about forgiveness, we do forgive. Lakini huwa hatusahau.
Yeah, sure.
Huwezi sahau. Kwanza mtu kama alikwambia kitu and then ukaona ilikuwa kama as a form of disrespect ama like you know, there are people who just say things just for the sake of saying it. It's hard anyway, sijui nitaisema aje. I don't have the right words to say, but mimi, venye tu nimesema, natakanga nisikie vibaya kabisa. Give me time to feel bad. Najua sitawahi sahau, but at that moment, nikitake time nisikie vibaya kabisa. I will learn to live with it, with whatever you said.
Then again, I feel like, especially when you argue with especially in a relationship, I feel when you argue with someone, avoid kwalia muno. You see,
unforgivable.
Yeah, you will talk. There are things you will say in as much as tutakuja kurudiana. Ati probably maybe you came late and I asked, then you ukamuruke nini, you said things that in as much as I will forgive you, in as much as I'll come around it, there are things you'll say zitakuja nitakuwa nafikiria and haiendangi mbali, because every time I'll be thinking about it ndakuwa mbona alisema hivi, mbona alienda hivi,
kwani unanibeba, kwani nakaa
yeah, you know, I think words sometimes we are supposed to save them.
Tukiwa hapo, do you believe believe in giving people chances?
Yeah, I think people are people. People make mistakes. And yeah, because if we all decided not to give people chances, it's people are people. Watu ni watu tu. People will do you dirty. They'll come and still smile at you. So the moment umebebanisha mtu,
kubeba nayo lazima ubebe. Tunasemanga hatujabeba lakini tunabebanga. Cause unaona ukienda home ama after 2 years and you still be remembering, huyu msee alinifanyia hivi. Ulibeba.
Yeah.
Juu kama haukubeba ungekuwa unaifikiria. So kubeba tunabebanga.
If you don't give people second chances, that means that you'll always have a lot of new people in your life every day. Because hata wewe, the years I've known you, there are things, of course, I've said there, but you'll be like, hi. And you say, but let me come around it, because people are people.
But do you think, like, so in a relationship, you've given someone a second chance? Do you know your relationship, it's going to take a while. It's going to be so hard. Kurudi mahali ilikuwa.
But again, I feel like, watu especially kama wewe, hata brother yako mnakosananga. But what chance am I giving, as in ni nini umefanya that is nini? Because there are things that you're supposed, there are things unaweza fanya you don't deserve a second. Yeah, there are things, especially when you disrespect someone. What makes you think that when you come back you'll stop disrespecting me? What makes you think that when you come to you talk bad about my friends, or you talk bad about my family, what makes you think that I'll forget what you said? There are things, I think it depends pia what you said ama what you did, because kuna vitu unreversible. You do something, it's final.
Wamboi, there's this issue of navigating jealousy and insecurity in relationships. How would you navigate jealousy and insecurity in a relationship?
How would I navigate? Especially when it comes to jealousy, it's because probably you think that he's talking to someone else. You have to accept that he has a life outside your, whatever that is going between you and him. So nikipata akiongea na msichana, I won't be like, wewe ni nani mnaongea na yeye? Kwa nini unaongea na he has a life out there. But asikuwa na yeye ananionyesha ni kama he doesn't, asinionyesha signs ni kama anaenda kunini, ni kama anataka kunionyesha he can have someone else. Because that's where it starts. Insecurities, I feel like they start when someone starts showing you signs that, I can replace you anytime I feel like I can replace you.
There's also this one mistake, and I will call it a mistake that most men do. Kukuja kuambia your current girlfriend about your past relationships. CG, my girlfriend used to do like this. You know, my ex was very understanding. Ingekuwa ni ex wangu hange nyamazia wiki mzima.
go for her.
What the fuck is that?
I feel when we're talking about the past, because you have to tell me about whatever. I need to know what happened. Exactly. And I need to know what happened between you and her, so that I can know where to step.
Boundaries.
Exactly, and where not to step. Yeah. But usikuje kuniambia tunajua kama ni ex wangu angenifulia. Oh yo bro, go for her.
Ati unajua ex wangu ati hata ningemnyamazia sijui hakuanga.
Lakini why do men justify some nonsense? Why would you tell me
such a thing? Ati ex wangu angeninyamazia for 2 days. Si uende.
The look you've given is calling them pit bulls.
Si urudi basi ya kunyamaziange hivyo. Tell me why.
Yo.
Like we said a while, a little bit earlier. Niambie mbona utaninyamazia, and then you come with an explanation, a very shitty explanation. Sijui, oh, I don't know, sijui nini. And then uniambie, you know, I had this ex, ata ningekosa kumuongelesha. Alikuwa kwa tu sawa. Ati that girl was mysterious.
Why did you break up basi?
I know.
Why did you have to choose
and
me over her? And
trust you me, if that girl alikuwa so comfortable with you kumnyamazia for like 3 days, 4 days, it means she had someone else she was talking to.
And then there's something else people tend to kusahau. Let me si kusahau, ingine ni kujifanya, because you see, for example, wewe na Newton, you colleagues, right? You seeing someone. Why would Newton be calling you at midnight?
Because hatuja set your boundary ya Newton ni colleague.
That you have umepea Newton ruhusa ya kudisrespect mtu wako.
Hata we huja set boundary na Newton, hujamuonyesha Newton. Don't call me at.
That's what I'm telling you. Umepea Newton because you need disrespect. If I'm dating you and you're working, all of us are working, okay? Yeah, kila mtu hapa kwa kazi.
We have to work though.
Sasa mimi sitaanza kupigiwa saa 6 unless I'm working in a hospital for an emergency. If you're not working for emergencies, no. Why are you calling me past midnight? After see past midnight. Why are you calling someone at past 8 p.m.?
Could be an emergency, so.
Unafanya kazi hosi? Unafanya kazi na firefighter? Unafanya kazi mahali unahitajika usiku? If you're not working for that,
labda kampuni imechomeka saa 6 unapigiwa simu muende mkazime.
Kampuni ni yenu? Is it your father's?
Muende mkazime moto tao.
Wewe unakuwa mzima moto. You see, I feel like it's disrespect when you decide that you can, the other person, unaona hata mwanaume yoyote, if especially you're dating, a man can tell you anything, it's because you've given him the right to do that. You see, someone just can wake up in the morning and tell you some shitty things and you're like, yo, it's because you've given them the right to do that.
Tukiwa hapo, there's this type of men.
Okay.
Wenye wanakunywanga, like, see, I think most men do take alcohol. But sasa, there is this specific type of men wenye wanakunywa. And then, say, I don't know what triggers them.
They drank cordial.
Yes.
Huh. Kuna quote niliona mtu amesema, kuna mahali niliona mtu
at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Ati umelala. What am I supposed to be doing at 2 a.m?
Msana kupigia hapo akiwa drunk, ati nakupenda lakini sijui nakuanga. Bro,
it's because alcohol is triggering their confidence. It's something he wants to tell you, but he can't tell you when he's sober. And that's a weak man.
Exactly.
That's a weak man.
A very weak one.
If you can't tell me how you feel, then why are you telling me when you're drunk?
What's the essence?
You know, by the way, do you know there are men who can't address their wives when they're not drunk? Yeah, there are men who cannot address their wives when they're not drunk. They have to boost their confidence. I think sometimes it's because of the, childhood in affecting, it affects.
Sipendi kuziita trauma.
It's traumas because there are people who know that you can't talk. Kuna mtu tu anajua hizi jiongea because they used to be, alikuwa anashautiwa. If they tell what they feel, they'll be like, we nyamaza wewe, enda huko. You see, it triggers hata wewe ukikuja.
And if they cry, wanapigwa. Wacha nikupige ulie vizuri sasa.
Exactly. So they can't address things when they're sober because they feel like whatever you used to go through, itakuja kuhappen.
But I think that huyo ni mwanaume anafaa kae chini, you take your time, heal.
But how are you supposed to heal? There's some
what are you supposed to heal? Can I tell you something? you know, at a certain age, acha niweke in general, I won't say male ama female, but at a certain age, being a bad partner in a relationship ni embarrassing. Huwezi kuwa tu, you dated someone akakwambia, oh, you know, tunakosana because of this and this problem. You date a second person, akwambia tu the same thing. Wewe uko tu hapo chilling and relaxing in your toxicity, hakuna kitu unataka kubadilisha.
You're replacing partners instead of
take
replacing
your time,
your behaviors.
Heal. Hizo ni vitu mtu anafaa ukae chini tu hivi. You know, unaona hiyo ni pattern.
Yeah.
It's something you've observed. Hata wewe unaona, ukikaa chini ukijiita kama mkutano unaona,
Ama you stop dating because you're bleeding on people who didn't cut you.
Take your time, heal, identify the problem and work on it.
And that's why I tell most of the people, you see, mkiachana mtu leo, acha kuhope to the second person. Because you see,
you're telling me
don't hope from this person to the other one. Because you see, if Wamboi alikuwa anachukiwa because she used to address people badly, what makes you think that when I go to the other person and start addressing them well, if I used to address them badly, means that
the same thing will continue over and over again.
Let me ask you something. Let's say, for example, you're having someone. This someone, whenever they're going through something, they tend to kunyamaza. They need their me time. How do you take that?
That's a very inconsistent behavior.
Thank you very much.
A very inconsistent behavior, because tell me why, venye tu ulisema hapo mbele, mbona in your good times
you calling me,
we are okay, we are okay, we are happy. That relationship is happy when you are happy. But every single time,
that in that angle.
Yes, but every time uko upset, now the relationship all is also upset. Hadi relationship inakaa ndo mbaya, ati si nyinyi wabaya.
It's what you're having.
It's the relationship. The relationship is the problem. Call me Dr. Love.
I feel like communication.
Communication is everything.
When you're going
in a
through
relationship, in workplace, in friendship,
I feel like
yani communication
we should be, kila mtu anafaa kuwa, tunafaa kuwa safe space. Manze, we are going through a lot. Imagine you going through a lot.
I can't be having a hard time. Exactly. Na pia wewe unanipea a hard time.
When you're working, unastressiwa. Mahali unapitia hivyo, ukienda tu nje, watu wanakustress.
Then ukipanda matatu, conductor amekutusi huko hata
tutachomeka nywele. Umedai nywele bro, wanasema unachomeka.
Kiateka nataka rent.
Alafu the only person who should be a safe space is acting like, unajua I'm going through something. Yo, why you? Please man up. Tell me. Yes.
Unaona venye ulisema social media kuna peer pressure kingine. A very toxic one.
Yeah.
Unaonanga mtu ameandika ufala tu hapo and thousands of people supporting that nonsense.
Unapata comment section watu wameukazeleza. Are you people thinking like what is your problem?
As in tumenormalize. Unaona like watu wanaonanga like kunyamazia mtu is okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's part of communication.
I feel like if you decide today, me and you are talking every day, I think it's only fair if you tell me like, yo, manze, mimi, in as much as we talk every day, don't feel like I can continue with this. What do I call it?
Whatever, relationship, situationship.
Yeah, I don't want to continue with this. Na hakuna mahali nitakupeleka anyway.
Yeah, watu ni wazima.
Because ukishazoesha mtu kufanyanga kitu, just continue with it.
What can make you insecure in a relationship? You feel,
what can make me insecure? Yo, ukianza kukua, there's some kind of friendship that mimi tukikosana na mtu wangu, you're going to tell that part. Yo, especially when that party is a woman, why are you telling her problems?
Yeah. I think another thing that we don't understand when it comes in relationships, ni a relationship haifai kukuwa na a third party. It's between me and you.
What are they that will?
There's no way your friend will build our relationship. How?
And then, you know, people will always give you advice according to what they feel is
and
okay with them.
Yes. Actually, hata ni kuthink. Huyu mtu hata ni kitu hajaifanya, lakini yeye anafikiria
I feel if you need a third party, probably ikuwe ni mtu like maybe a counselor or something.
A marriage coach.
But why do you even need a counselor if you can't? Sisi wawili, sisi ni watu wakubwa.
And you know what is good for you in the first place.
If I'm not getting what you're saying, then I feel like, yeah, it's...
And you know what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, why tuna cancel?
Do you feel like, another question, do you feel like watu wanaingianga in a relationship without knowing what they want? Uko tu yani. Yeah. Nyinyi tuna date tu sisi. Tulipendana.
Unapatanga uliona mtu anakaa vizuri kwa mtu anakaa vizuri unasema guy yule siachili Jehova.
Even if it kills me,
something must kill a man.
I must date that man.
So when you get in unashanga guy hii ni nini? What did I get myself into?
Sikuwa nataka hivyo. Si kama hivyo.
Alafu ama when you are getting in a relationship probably in another one, ukiingia kwa hii, people have fed you a lot of mimi mtu wangu hawezi nifanyia hivi, mimi mtu wangu hawezi fanya hivi, angasiju ukiingia kwa hiyo unafaa kufanya hivi. So the moment you're getting in, you have a lot of expectations. Maisha yako iko America, kijana wako ako pale kwa Gaishagi iko Kisumu.
Benny Blanco alisema aje, so they are having a relationship with Selena. Alisema when you date a woman, you are dating her now. Hao watu wenye amedate in the past.
Exactly.
Because hao watu wenye amedate ndo wamemshape,
wamemfunza, wamempiga matukio.
When you view relationship at this time, it's because of the things she went through, and
it's true.
So you have to play a part in healing her, making her change. A relationship haikuangi hivi. It's nice, but it's not all about.
Benny is making our men look like something. Hey, Benny Blanco is giving you. There's an area I was seeing him saying, if Selena just wakes up in the morning and she decides, I don't want to talk to you, Bennett will just leave, probably hataki kelele, atatoka tu, he goes for a walk, hatafungulia hata TV because Selena doesn't want noise. Hey, mtu wako ukimwambia kuzimia TV anakuambia it's either uhame ama
TV ni anakuambia ni alinunua TV.
You decide one thing, kuhama ama
wewe
TV.
Wewe utoke nje, uende ukakae huko nje peke yako kwenye hutaki kelele.
But do you feel like when we start dating we need to hold that your feelings of the other person, like we don't respect how they feel sometimes?
Yeah, like you will just do something to upset the other person. Na unajua kabisa itamu upset, but you are just doing it. Uone tu ako upset.
But I think men should be upset.
Yeah.
Don't come for us though.
But should they really? Anyway, I unaona when it comes to emotional, there's a word.
Emotional what? Journey or
torture. Emotional, it's the worst thing
a person can make you go through.
Yes.
True. Because unakanga ni kama uko kwa cell. Like you have the freedom to walk, you have the freedom of doing anything, but your mind is clogged.
And this is where ghosting comes in.
Yeah.
Unaona ukighostiwa na mtu.
But ghosting comes in after we mwenyewe you've decided this is too much for me. I can't handle this. So you would be comfortable ghosting a person if kama mtu ananisumbua, if someone is making me go through things I don't want to go through, if someone is putting me through a mental cell, someone is making, and then there's no easier way of telling them I don't want to do this. I'll just like step back, then I stay. Then
even if you are in a relationship, you will
if
ghost.
There's no, when you have to know your partner. Kama partner wako is a communication person, ama he's just someone who you doesn't listen. Exactly. Someone who doesn't listen and someone who doesn't understand where you're coming from. You have to ghost them. Like you have to tell them, you just step back. Akae maisha bila we, and then he'll notice, without her something is amiss. You see?
But I feel like though umesema you've specified for yourself, you as Wambui Njau umesema if there's no easier way of telling
no
someone,
way of telling him, if he doesn't understand where I'm coming from.
For me, I will try. Mi nitakwambia by the way, mi sitaki kuongea na wewe.
No, nasema aje?
Sasa yes, sasa hiyo sasa that's on that hiyo ni wewe. Hiyo ni wewe. That's Wambui Njau.
No, but I will have told you first. Like, hapa hivi, I don't feel like I'm okay with it. Then if there's no easier way of telling you, if you don't understand where I'm coming from, there are people who will always argue. There are people you tell something and they always feel like you're arguing with them.
And how would you handle someone ghosting you?
How will I handle someone ghosting me? The rate at which I'm making peace with things nowadays, it's alarming. I'm making peace with it, and you
will make peace with it, but you will have an emotional. Utajulizanga tu maswali like.
Of course,
mbona huyu mse hangeniambia this and this is the problem.
You see, mimi, I'm one person who have nakupeanga second chances, a lot of them. When I tell you don't do this, and you say okay, I won't do this, then you do it again. I'll still forgive you, but at that time you're doing that, please go as you're going. So whenever you ghost me,
why would you even take someone who has ghosted you the first, the second,
listen
again?
The first time I listened to why did you ghost me? Oh, blah blah blah, my family, you know, it's always about my family. It's always about what happened. I'll listen. The second time I'll start healing from it. No? Healing from it. Then you do it the third time. Please walk it. You see, I'm healing when I'm still in it. Yeah?
Mi yangu ni, no, tunanyamaza. Tunyamaze. Ni kunyamaza, si tunyamaze basi.
And this, I feel like this is always, inafanyanga. Sometimes I think this is what hurts me the most. It's because I'll always understand. Unaona? I'll always want to see where you're coming from. Like, okay, you ulinyamaza because, okay, I understand. Hata mimi, I might go through that and I'll do, but I'll understand. But the moment I decide it's healing from you,
when it comes to emotional matters and everything, I'm living by one rule. Not a C rule, it's just a saying. If they want to, they will. So mimi kama unanyamaza ati you had problems, if you wanted to, you would have told me. So, wewe kama tunanyamaza, wacha tunyamaze tu.
Let me take it from this angle.
Let's just keep quiet.
For you, personally, if you're going through something, will you, especially probably it's a very delicate thing that you feel like you're not very sure if you tell him or not.
And we are in a relationship.
Yeah, will you tell him?
Yes.
Like from the word go, you won't process it, then you'll...
Yeah, I will find a way. Nimwambia me by the way, this and this.
Hey, you changed.
Mambo iko hivi na hivi.
Hey, she's changed.
You know, the worst thing a person can say to you in this life, ni no tu. Siwezi, nitaweza. It's always a yes or no. Hakunanga kukua hapo in between. So if they want to, they will. If they don't want to...
There's a man who told me, when a man shares his problems with ladies, ladies tend to quit. Is it true?
Quit the relationship?
Yeah, as in, wakikwambia mashida zake mingi, unaona, hey. It's not what I wanted.
And we are dating, I'm dating you. Well, it's different. Unaweza potea by the way.
Yeah, there are things.
Unaweza potea. Kuna vitu unaweza ambiwa hata wewe.
Hey, utaanza kuniambia kwenu kuna uchawi na mimi namwambia
hata kana kutaka.
I'm not a pastor's daughter.
Tafuta nganga. But you see, in marriage it's different. Ni different. In marriage, kuna vitu unaweza ambiwa na mtu, sasa ni his problems. He's opening up to you. He's telling you his problems.
No, tell me your problems when you're dating so that I can decide if I want to get married. Imagine you getting
there
married.
There are problems that can occur when in marriage already.
You tell me about your family problems, like probably the diseases that You know, there's
by the kuna vitu watu wanafaa kucommunicate. Hata kama uko na shida ya mwili mtu anasema.
Hata kama shosho yako alichomwa je kuambiwa ni mchawi. You tell me so that I can decide.
But there are problems that arise ukiwa kwa marriage. So hizo ni understandable. At least you can figure out. Mnaweza kaa chini muamue this and this will happen ama nao kama mi sitaweza na hizo mashida zako, let me just take the kids, we move out. Utakuna kuja kuwaona if you want to, that is. So
but sometimes I feel like men will always hide things, especially when it comes to their families. They'll always hide.
You think so?
Yeah, they'll always hide. That's why a man will have a baby mama, they'll have another wife, and he won't tell you.
Talking of baby mama,
he won't tell you.
There's this girl on social media, and walikuwa celebrity, if I may.
Okay.
Yes. And now they did a church wedding, na wakaenda honeymoon. I don't know if it's in Dubai, but ilikuwa outside the country. And then now, after a while, they went their separate ways. Na sasa sisi kama followers kule social media tulikuwa tunaulizana, oh by the way, kwani mliachana? What happened? Cause the lady even removed her ring. So unaona akipiga picha, people would notice she doesn't have a ring. And now rumors has it that the husband had a baby mama and he didn't tell the wife that he has a kid somewhere else.
Why would you hide that?
I know, and you are even, yani umeenda hadi kwetu na unapewa ruhusa
ya kunichukua na uniambia. I feel
yani una spend hadi pesa for a grand wedding because it was a very beautiful
and you
church wedding.
About a kid.
And you can't even say that you have a child with
and
someone
you're not
else.
Together. That means they're still together with the baby mama.
Definitely.
Because you're not telling me about
definitely
a kid.
Because ndo sasa the wife akuja kujua a kid exists somewhere. Sini kuona alikuwa anaona something fishy there. Something.
But why would you go to that extent of hiding your kid? You had a life before you met me, and that life gave you a kid. Why would you hide about a kid?
Like we said, communication.
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you, men always hide something. But I feel if you decide, because for him alikuwa shamua, I don't want the baby mama, I want to marry this one. If you decide to marry that one, then tell them, yo, Mimi, I'm coming with a kid. And this is how co-parenting happens. Mimi, I take the kid on weekends, then...
Well, on to the next episode, I will tell you why I will never settle down with a man who has a kid. Anyway, we are coming to an end on today's episode on the Might Ain't Mute podcast. My name is Bill Hanyagoli. Till next time.
And I'm one boy, Jar.